Welcome back to my channel. I do appreciate you tuning in. I do apologize for the delay. It's been a few weeks since my last video. I've had a lot of stuff going on, so I'll go into that a little bit more in detail later. But if you're just tuning in, I do appreciate you watching. My name is Ingrid. I'm 44 years old, and I am essentially vlogging my weight loss journey. Let me give you my stats. So my highest weight was 296 pounds. I am currently 284.6 pounds, which I've lost about 3 pounds since last week, which is that's a good thing because I kind of fell off and I gained a few pounds, but I'm back on track now. You can follow me on my Instagram. I have a weight loss Instagram. It's TrueMe_VSG. And on that page, it's strictly for weight loss accounts, or people who are in the weight loss community, I should say. So if you want to come over, we do share a lot of great ideas. You get a lot of support. And it's just a really good place to get information. If you have any questions about anything, just throw it out there, and I'm sure somebody on that page will be able to answer them for you. Okay, so those of you who do follow me on Instagram know that I had put up that I had a visit with my surgeon last week. So I want to tell you a little bit about that. So I did go to the surgeon last Wednesday. It's been about a week. That was my first official weigh-in. And at that weigh-in, I was 287.6. And like I said, this week I'm 284.6. So I'm down 3 pounds, which is really good. I really do like my surgeon. I'm going to a surgery center, so everything is kind of in-house. I do really love that. And I'm just really excited for this process. So the surgery that I want to have, and that I'm going to have is the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. So I went over some things with the surgeon. He was very attentive. He answered any questions that me and my husband had. The whole staff was just really good about making sure we felt comfortable and making sure we understood everything that was going on. So through my insurance, everyone has to have their psychological exam. So I'm doing that next month. I have to do that next month. My insurance, which I have Anthem, Blue Cross Blue Shield, is requiring me to do 6 months of medically supervised weight loss. Fortunately for me, the center that I chose to have it at, they do have a medically supervised weight loss program there. So I'll be able to do it with them. And I start that. I go to my first nutrition visit next week. So I'll come back next week and give you all an update on how that went, what kind of things are going to go on in there. I did have to attend a pre-op class / support group. I did that this past Monday. That went very well. We met with one of the dietitians, one of the psychologists there, and one of the nurses, and they just went over different things at different stages. So we went over all the pre-op stuff, pre-op diets, post-op diet, what's going to happen in the hospital immediately following once you get home. We did go over some psychological aspects of it, as far as making sure that you have a good support system in place, some possible feelings that you may have about the surgery, both before and immediately after, and ways to kind of combat any depression or regret feelings, things like that, just kind of ways to counteract that kind of stuff. My surgery center does have a Berry Angels or Buddy program, so they will link you up with previous patients who've already had the surgery, are some years out. They're successful with their weight loss and maintaining it. So you can sign up for that, so they can be almost like a sponsor type thing. So if you have any questions, or you just need to talk to someone who's been through it, you can reach out to them. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that yet. I'm I'm still going to looking into it, but I think it's a really good option to have. So at the surgeon's, so they gave me my manual. They call it an owner's manual. And in here, it goes over everything from start to finish, what you're going to need from just the beginning of the approval process all the way to the end. So like I said, my insurance requires me to have the 6 months of medical weight loss. And that was essentially it for my insurance, was the 6 months of medical weight loss and the psychological exam. My surgeon is requiring me to have a cardiology clearance. So I'm going to that. I think I have that next week as well. I'm doing that next week because I do have, I've had some previous cardiac issues. Nothing major. I'm fine now. He just wants to make sure that the cardiologist signs off on it. They also required me to get, in addition to my referral letter from my primary care, I had to get another document signed by her saying that she is aware that I'm going to have the surgery, and that she thinks she's okay with it, essentially, which didn't understand that because I think that's what the referral was, but okay. So I just, faxed that over to her or emailed it to her, and she got it, signed it and sent it into the office. The one thing that I noticed different about my program from many of the other programs that I've seen, or the people that I've watched, videos that I watch and following their programs, is on my 2-week liquid diet that the surgeon requires, is they also require that we use their meal replacements, liquid diet meal replacements. So it's this, I forgot what it's called. I think it's called Bariatric Advantage. I think is what the meal replacement is called. I haven't gotten it yet, but once I get it, I will make sure I come back on and let you guys see it. So essentially, we have to have, for our 2-week diet, liquid diet pre-op, we're going to have 5 meal replacement shakes a day. And then, in addition to your water, and then I can add in, if I needed something else, if I need more, essentially throughout the day, I can have broth and sugar-free popsicles. And I think they said strained lentil soup are what I can have for those 2 weeks. And then, of course, the night before surgery, nothing at all. So it's pretty much the same like most other plans or most other surgery centers or surgeons, with the exception that I'm required to purchase the meal replacements from them, which isn't a problem. Looking at it is actually probably going to be a little easier because I have less planning that I have to do out. So that works. I'm okay with that. I'm just really excited to finally get this process started. Something that happened that I did not expect to happen was I actually got a tentative surgery date. So right now, my surgery date is August 22nd, 2019. So yay, we're very excited about that. So that's what we're shooting for right now. It could move up, it could go back. It just depends on how everything works with the approval process. Now, I was told that I have to make sure that I stick to my 6-month medically supervised diet program. If I miss any of my visits, then I have to start the whole process over because my insurance company requires me to do 6 consecutive months. So if I miss any one of those appointments, then I will have to start over. So guess who won't be missing any of her appointments? I will do what I have to do to make sure I can get to those appointments because I don't want to have to start over. I'm really excited. I'm ready to get this process going or get it complete so I can get to my surgery. I'm very motivated. I have been working out. I was working out initially when I first started vlogging. I did stop because I started having a lot of pain in my knees. So I kind of had to rest them and then kind of go back in and figure out what worked better for me. So I did go work out yesterday and I worked out today. I walked, I think, one day last week in my neighborhood with my son, and that was okay. Um, I can do a lot more in the gym though, so I was really, really kind of anxious to get back in the gym. So my husband and I went yesterday, and we did the stationary bikes, and we used the seated ones, not the sit up ones, the ones you kind of sit down. I want to say reclining. I don't know what they're called, but we did those. Much better on my knees. It took all the pressure off my knees, so that felt really, really good. And I was able to get a good workout and a good sweat going on that yesterday. Yesterday, I worked on my arms. So I did some weightlifting on my arms yesterday. Today, I went back this morning because I felt so good from yesterday. So I did go back this morning by myself. I did another 25 minutes on the bike. Again, no problem with my knees. And I worked on my legs today. So I did some leg presses and leg curls today. I don't think my knees are ready for the leg curls. So that will probably be the last time I do leg curls for a little while. Probably until after I start dropping some weight. I think they just aren't strong enough right now with carrying my weight day to day and doing the leg curls. I don't think that they can take that right now. So we're going to ease off the leg curls. I'll stick with the leg press machine though. I think if I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to simulate squats, but without actually having to stand and hold your own weight up. So I did that. I'm a little sore, but I felt good. So I plan on going back to the gym tomorrow. I think Saturday is going to be my rest day. At least one of them. I want to get to the gym at least 5 days a week from now on. So we'll see how that goes. What else? Okay. What am I eating? So I don't think I told you all this before, but I was doing keto for a while, probably since last summer, the end of last summer, early fall. I started doing keto, and that was going pretty good for me. For whatever reason, I never could get into ketosis state. I did lose a few pounds, but the moment I stopped doing keto, then it kind of all came back. So right now, I guess you can say I'm doing a dirty keto. What they say is a dirty keto. So I do still eat low carbs, but I'm not so. I don't have as much as the high fat. I've tweaked it. So I'm just trying to, for the most part, stay low carb. I did give up red meat. So I pretty much eat chicken, fish, and pork. I love pork. Yes, I still eat pork. I love it. I actually had pork last night. I know a lot of people have problems with that. I had a conversation with a coworker a couple days ago about that, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, but I do cut out my carbs. I try to avoid carbs. I do a lot of cauliflower rice, and I actually got a little processor to make my own because I was purchasing the pre-packaged cauliflower rice, which is pretty expensive and it's not a lot. So I started buying my own heads of cauliflower and I started ricing myself. I actually made some mashed cauliflower, mashed cheddar cauliflower. It was really, really good. So I think a couple days ago, Monday, I believe it was Monday, that was the first time that I had rice. So I hadn't had rice in quite a while. So I had rice on Monday because I had to stop and pick up something between my class and going to work. And they didn't have, their vegetables didn't look too good where I went. So I just didn't get the vegetables, or I would have if they looked better. Normally they are, but hey, it was one day. I'm drinking a lot of water. I am making sure that I'm getting at least 64 ounces of water a day. Most days now, I'm getting closer to 80, which is really good for me. It's a real big accomplishment coming from somebody who used to drink sodas, teas, juices all the time, and very little water. So now I'm the opposite. I will have, usually on most days, well, I'll say when I work, The days that I work, I will have at least one Diet Coke or Coke Zero, or a Diet Mountain Dew. Didn't know they had those until recently, but I've only been able to find it at Taco Bell, which is interesting. So if you ever want a Diet Mountain Dew, which is really good, doesn't taste diet at all, Taco Bell. So I have those, but I'll have one a day usually if I'm at work. Excuse me. Okay, what else? Food wise, I still struggle now. I don't know if I told you this before. Sugar is my weakness. That's my downfall. It was sugar and carbs or bread. I've pretty much given up bread outside of, I will have a sandwich every now and then. Not too often though. I've pretty much given up bread, but it was more of my addiction to bread was more of like those dinner rolls. I love yeast rolls. Absolutely love them. Love them. Love them. I don't eat them anymore. I make it a point not to have them in my house. If I go out to dinner, I'm doing really good. I'm very proud of myself on that one because I don't eat them anymore. Now, if I make something for my family, some kind of pasta or something like that, which we don't eat a lot of pasta anymore. But if I do, then I'll buy enough just for them. I have 4 of us here, so it's my husband and my 2 boys. They love, men can do whatever they want. They love their pasta, they love their breads. So I'll make enough for them, and I just don't eat it. I did start using, when I fix my food, I will only eat off of a saucer. I'm trying to train myself for how we're going to have to eat after surgery. So I only eat off saucers now, which helps me with my portion control. Like I said, I don't do the carbs, so whatever, if they're having macaroni or they're having rice or mashed potatoes, I'm usually having either mixed vegetables or my cauliflower rice, which is I'm in love with the cauliflower rice. So and it's working out for me. I have started just this week, since I went to my pre-op class, started trying to count my chews, because they said you have to, after you have your surgery, you should chew your food 20 to 30 times. I thought it would be easy. It's actually kind of hard to make sure you chew it that long without swallowing it. So I'm working on that. I did show you before that I was trying the different protein shakes. I haven't had any more, I think, since my last video. Next week, I'm going to do 2 consecutive days of liquid diet and trying to prepare myself for the liquid diet, pre-op and post-op. So I'm going to do that 2 days next week, and you make sure I add that to my vlog so you guys can see how it went. I did a day before. I did 1 day a few weeks ago, and that worked out fine. I actually didn't get hungry at all. So this will be my first time. So what I'm doing, I'm going to just, continue to work in that to build myself up to doing 2 weeks. Excuse me. I don't think I'm going to do a full 2-week liquid diet before my pre-op diet. Hopefully I will probably be able to work myself up to doing 1 week liquids, but we'll see how that goes. What else? I feel like I'm forgetting to tell you guys something, but I really can't think of it right now. I will put some clips of my workouts in here probably towards the end of the video. I'm still working on figuring out how to edit this footage. So we'll see how that goes. What else? I really feel like I'm forgetting something. I can't think of it right now, so I guess if I think of it, I'll come back and add it if it's something important. If not, I'll just wait till next week. So right now, what I'm going to do, so I'll come back next week and do another video after I do my first nutrition class. And then I'll probably just come back once a month to do a video unless something happens or something, pops up. But essentially, I'll just come back and update you after I've had my nutrition class for my medically supervised weight loss group. That's what it was. With my insurance, I'm not required to lose any weight. I'm only required to not gain. But my surgeon did advise, or my patient advocate, she advised that it wouldn't hurt to lose some weight, especially since I'm going to be doing the medically supervised diet. So she said it wouldn't hurt to lose anything, but I absolutely cannot gain anything during that 6-month period. So that's what we're going to keep our fingers crossed. If I stay on my plan, then I don't anticipate gaining any weight. I figure I should be able to lose, if I lose about maybe 5 pounds a month, that'll be by 6 months, that'll be 35 pounds, which will be really good. If I can get, that's my goal, is to lose 35 pounds by my surgery date. So if I lose 30, right now I'm 284. So that would put me at 229 pounds, something like that. So that would be awesome. By the time I have, I'm sorry, not 229, 249 pounds by surgery. So that would be awesome. Any weight loss will be greatly appreciated. But that's my goal, to do to lose the 35 pounds by surgery. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer anything. Like I said, I'm new at this, so I don't know a lot. I'm kind of going through the whole process and trying to take everything all in. If you have any advice for me, I would really appreciate it. Just leave me a message in the comments, or you can send me a message on my Instagram. Again, that is TrueMe_VSG. So if you want to go over there and follow me, you're more than welcome. We'd love to have you. If you have any ideas on anything else that might help me obtain this 35-pound weight loss between now and my surgery date, that would be greatly appreciated as well. And then, of course, all the encouragement and support is really, really appreciated. So I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good one.